Welcome back to Return My Capital. It is time for your weekly dividend roundup. We're looking at the week of May 19th to the 23rd. We'll start with any recently announced dividend changes, so increases or decreases or eliminations. We'll jump into ex-dividend dates for the week ahead, and then we'll wrap up with companies that will actually be paying you dividends in the week ahead. So to kick things off, we've got Chubb Limited, ticker symbol CB, big insurance provider. They did announce a 6.5% dividend increase, now yielding 1.32%. It is a dividend aristocrat, 32 years of distributions. So they jumped that quarterly distribution from 91 to 97 cents per share. We've got Curtiss-Wright Corporation, ticker symbol CW, and they announced a very, very healthy 14.3% dividend increase. So you got to love to see that. Let me go ahead and take a look at Curtiss-Wright here. So you see over the past year, shares are up almost 50% over the past 5 years. Oh, just 333%. So it's been an unbelievable performer, trading at the very top of the 52-week range. I mean, it's just been an absolute beast. And you see the dividend rate here, 96 cents annualized, very minimal 0.23% yield. But anytime a company is announcing a mid-teens dividend increase, that's definitely something to take notice of. So that's Curtiss-Wright. And honestly, I'm not too familiar with them, but I guess they're in the aerospace and defense industry. So I know that certainly has been a phenomenal industry to be in lately. So moving along with any announced dividend increases, we've got RLI Corporation, ticker symbol RLI. They are actually a dividend king, 50 years of distributions for RLI. Just out of curiosity, because I actually haven't heard of RLI. What in the heck do they do? Let's see here. RLI. Okay, property and casualty insurance. Okay, so an insurance provider. That being said, they did announce a nearly 7% increase, only a 0.85% dividend yield on RLI, so not a high yielding company, but certainly a company that has been growing their dividend for a long, long time. Let's see here. Yeah, RLI. Interesting. Just a 20% payout ratio. Minimal CAGR. Golly, this one's kind of all over the place. Okay, well, that being said, we'll wrap up the dividend changes with Town Bank, ticker symbol Town. If you've ever actually seen the banks, they're kind of cool from a design perspective. They're designed to look like old-timey banks. It's a regional one, I think, on the East Coast, but they did announce an 8% dividend increase, now yielding a little over 3%, so 25 cents up to 27 cents. That will be the end of the dividend changes that I wanted to cover. So we'll move into ex-dividend dates. So Monday, May 19th, these are companies that you need to own by the end of Monday because their ex-dividend date is Tuesday, the 20th. So you've got Prudential Financial. Their next payout will be on, let's see, June 12th. The ticker symbol is PRU. And that distribution will be $1.35 per share owned. 5% yield on Prudential. That's interesting. I haven't seen Prudential yielding 5% in a long time. Let's see here. Over the past year, Prudential down over 10.5%. See this kind of pullback back from November up here at 130, now down to 107. But yeah, $5.40 annual, $38 billion market cap on this large financial services company. Very, very cheaply valued, under an 8 PE, 5% dividend yield. Let's see here. Payout ratio is only 40%. That's attractive. I mean, 16 years of growth, 5% yield, 40% payout ratio. Back in 2014, they were paying out $2.17, now paying out $5.20. Let's take a look at that dividend growth over time for Prudential here. 10-year CAGR, 9%, although it has been slowing significantly recently. We see the 5-year CAGR at 5%, 4% on the 3-year CAGR. So the dividend growth is slowing. Again, still only a 40% payout ratio. Your yield on cost, golly, had you bought shares of Prudential 5 years ago, your yield on cost would be 10%. That's phenomenal. But again, they'll be paying out on June 10th. or excuse me, not June 10th, June 12th. You've got Snap-on, ticker symbol SNA. They'll be paying out on June 10th, $2.14, 2.5% yield on Snap-on. That's been a tremendous performer over the years. Nothing else I wanted to touch on for Monday, May 19th. Moving along to Tuesday, the 20th. These are companies that are technically going ex-dividend on the 21st, so you need to own them by close of business on Tuesday. Archer Daniels Midland, ADM's the ticker symbol, big materials sector company. June 11th payout of 51 cents, 4% yield, Dividend King on Archer Daniels Midland there. Aflac, the Aflac Duck, big insurance provider. AFL is the ticker symbol, June 2nd payout of 58 cents, 2.2% yield on Aflac, 43 years of dividend distributions there. We've got Equinix, ticker symbol EQIX, June 18th payout, $4.69 per share. Shares are $875, so a little over a 2% yield on Equinix. And nothing else I want to hit for Tuesday. Wednesday, May 21st. These companies are going ex-dividend on Thursday the 22nd, so need to own them by end of Wednesday. Applied Materials, big semiconductor company. AMAT, AMAT ticker symbol, June 12th payout, 46 cents, 1.1% yield on Applied Materials. Let's take a look at AMAT real quick. They were a great dividend growth play for a long time. Lower half of the 52-week range, down 22.5%. Yeah, well off all-time highs of almost, let's say, 250, 255 all-time highs, now at 165. Yeah, 17.5 price to earnings ratio on Applied Materials. Solid mid to high single-digit revenue growth, EPS growth. 5-year CAGR on that dividend, almost 14%, just an 18% payout ratio on Applied Materials. Look at that dividend growth history chart. 40 cents in 2014, 10 years later, $1.52. That's outstanding. Yeah, dividend growth, 10-year CAGR, 14.5%, 14% 5-year CAGR. But then look at the last 3 years, 18.5% compound annual growth to that dividend. That's pretty spectacular. So need to own them by close of business on Wednesday, the 21st. You've got Amcor PLC, AMCR. They'll be paying out June 10th, 13 cents per share, 5.5% yield. What else do we have for Wednesday? Oh, nothing else I really care about. Moving along to Thursday, May 22nd. These companies are going ex-dividend on Friday. You've got Badger Meter, ticker symbol BMI. If you've ever wondered about those little water meters on the outside of homes measuring water usage, Badger Meter is the company that's responsible for all those. So it's a very little known company, but it's been a unbelievable performer and a very stable, healthy business. I mean, over the past 5 years, up 300%. Over the past 10 years, almost 700%. It's a let's say steady business model when people are willing to slap a 50 forward price to earnings multiple on it. What kind of dividend do we have here with Badger Meter? 20 years of growth, golly, 14.5% 5-year CAGR, 28% payout ratio. That's great. 37 cents in 2014, 10 years later, $1.22. Yeah, pretty neat little company. Moving along on Thursday, CDW Corporation, ticker symbol CDW, June 10th payout, 62.5 cents per share, 1.3% yield. Cummins, ticker symbol CMI, another phenomenal performer over the years. June 5th payout, $1.82 per share coming your way, 2.2% yield on Cummins. Discover Financial Services, DFS is the ticker symbol, one of the not lesser known, but lesser respected or whatever. It's one of the payment processors, one of the credit card companies, just like Amex and Visa, MasterCard. June 6th payout, 70 cents per share, 1.4% yield on Discover Financial. What else for Thursday? Nothing I really care about. Yeah. Moving along to Friday, May 23rd. These companies go ex-dividend the following Monday, the 27th. So you need to own these by the end of the week if you want to participate in the upcoming distribution. Johnson & Johnson, J&J ticker symbol, June 10th payout, $1.30 per share, 3.5% yield on Johnson & Johnson. I know they went through a split recently when they split out their consumer goods businesses and maintained more the pharmaceutical aspect, but 3.5% yield on J&J, that's pretty attractive. It's been all over the place this year. 142, 140 down there, 170. Yeah, bouncing all over the place on Johnson & Johnson. Under a 50% payout ratio. Nice 3.5% yield. Plenty of debt on the balance sheet, but you also have plenty of cash. That's great. Slower growth, obviously a mature business model. Before this split, I don't know how it's calculated now that they split out. I assume the streak maintains, but 63 years of dividend distributions for Johnson & Johnson. So one of the longest dividend kings for sure. Skyworks Solutions, ticker symbol SWKS, and they will be paying out on June 17th, 70 cents per share, almost a 4% yield on Skyworks. They are also in the semiconductor industry. I want to say primarily for mobile devices, for cell phones. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But 11 years of continuing to grow their distribution. And lastly, Yum Brands, ticker symbol YUM. They'll be paying out on June 6th, 71 cents per share. Shares are almost $150, so almost a 2% yield on Yum Brands. If you're not familiar with them, it's just a conglomerate of, I believe, fast food primarily, maybe some casual dining, but KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, a couple others I haven't heard of. So definitely a lot of restaurants under their umbrella. So that closes things out for the ex-dividend dates for the week ahead. Again, June 19th to June 23rd. We'll wrap things up here with the companies that will be paying you money this week, which is always fun. Arrow Financial, ticker symbol Arrow, AROW, 28 cents per share coming your way on the 23rd, so end of the week. You've got Bank of Montreal, ticker symbol BMO, nice Canadian financial. Let's see, May 27th, so actually the following Monday, but $1.59 Canadian, 4.5% yield. What else do we got? Carrier Global, ticker symbol CARR, paying out on the 22nd, Thursday, so 22.5 cents per share. Caterpillar, ticker symbol CAT, CAT, paying out on the 20th, Tuesday, $1.41 per share. Who else is paying us money this week? California Water Service Group, ticker symbol CWT, real nice utility company, water utility, obviously, paying out on the 23rd, Friday, 30 cents per share, 2.5% yield. Eaton Corporation, ETN ticker symbol, paying out Friday the 23rd, $1.04, 1.3% yield. Diamondback Energy, FANG is the ticker symbol, paying out on Thursday the 22nd, a nice flat $1 coming your way. Fastenal, ticker symbol FAST, awesome ticker symbol, paying out on the 23rd, the Friday there, 44 cents per share, 2.1% yield. Who else is paying us that cheddar this week? JB Hunt Transport Services, JBHT, paying out the 23rd, 44 cents per share, 1.2% yield. KKR, ticker symbol KKR, paying out on the 27th, so 2 Mondays from now, actually, 18.5 cents per share for that asset manager, alternative asset investor. Kind of an interesting company if you ever have a chance to look into them. Who else is paying us? Royal Bank of Canada, second big Canadian financial, paying us this week. RY ticker symbol, paying out on the 23rd, Friday, $1.48 Canadian, 3.4% yield. Waste Connections, ticker symbol WCN, paying out on the 22nd, Thursday, 31.5 cents per share coming your way. And what's the yield there on Waste Connections? Just a 0.7% yield on that very stable, reliable, richly valued business. And last but not least, Williams Sonoma, ticker symbol WSM, paying us out on the 24th. And that will be 66 cents per share for a 1.5% yield. So that wraps things up. Quick little deep dive through recently announced dividend changes, upcoming ex-dividend dates. If you want to get into those shares to be able to participate in the upcoming distribution, got to take advantage when before the companies go ex-dividend, and then wrap things up with the companies paying you money this week, which is the best part of the video. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next week. See you every Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.